G'day fellas, and welcome to a very special game. We are back. It is Bronze League Boomers. Spawning in. On the west of the map, we have Barnaby playing as the English. And he is starting off with some beautiful villager micro already. We see a single villager going to the sheep, single villager down to the gold mine, single villager to the berry bush, one to the straggler tree, a second villager accompanying the first villager on the gold mine, and finally, the sixth villager has made its way to the sheep. The town center has yet to begin producing villagers, but I'm sure it will soon. And now, the scout begins to traverse the map. Long-range mining is the name of the game. And spawning on the opposite side of the map, we have Death Marks, who is going for his patented no villager movement build. So if anybody, for all you guys out there unfamiliar with these players, so this is Calamari from Twitch chat. I reached out to Twitch chat and I said, guys, is there anybody out there who, you know, isn't the highest of rating? They'd like a little bit of feedback on their play in a little bit of an ironic or sarcastic manner. And Calamari reached out and he said, look, I would like a little bit of feedback about my play, what I could improve. So we're going to be looking for Calamari and seeing what he can improve. Doing a great job already, Calamari. Love the opening build order. You're going for a double scout here. So obviously really working on those build orders. I like the way that you've gone for the mill here on the berry bush as well. So typically, this is a very rare strategy that we do see out of people. But when we do see it, it's considered by many to be one of the more optimal strategies. And you can see that he's placed the berry, or the mill right next to the berries here. Where does he go from here? What does he do from here? It looks like it's going to be... Oh, he's gone for the 2-for-1. You love to see it. You love to see it. Ladies and gentlemen, can I get some applauses in the chat right now? It's the 2-for-1. He's going in the middle of the... In the middle of the stone outcropping and the gold vein. It is exactly what you would expect to see. It is the 2-for-1. So you save a lot of resources by doing this, avoiding the cost of the 50 wood for the stone and the 50 wood for the gold. You take the hard work out of both of that, and that way you've got, you know, 2-for-1. So just very well played coming out already from Calamari. Looking good. And now it looks like we've got a lumber camp coming up towards this northern position as well. Calamari looking good. A couple of houses out towards the back. And Calamari, I will just compliment you on your base building here, my friend. This is good stuff. So ideally, you want to try and, you know, as the deli, keep your houses towards the back of your base. Really good stuff. Oh my god. Oh my god, Barnaby copying the strats. We've got ourselves a little bit of the strat copying right now. We've got the double house on the edge of the wall meta. Bit of a scout coming out. Mill going to be coming down towards the south as well. So Barnaby appreciating the fact that villagers are going to need to be coming out here, looking to gather up some resources. Yeah, we are heading into it, fellas. It is Bronze League Boomers, and we are back. This is, I mean, this is really episode 2. We did do a quote-unquote episode 2, but I think that was Marine Lord playing up against somebody. It wasn't really Bronze League Boomers. Not like this. Not like Calamari. But now we hear that age up going to be happening for Barnaby. Calamari going to be getting left behind here. This long-distance mining looking good for Barnaby. So, guys, for anybody who's watching this and wondering, you know, what is it that he's doing wrong? So, you see down towards the south here how he is adding this mill in, and he's very close to these deer. Ideally, what he wants to be doing is that same concept, but bring it up here for the gold mine. So that means dropping down this mining camp right next to his gold mine. Dropping down the mill right next to his berry bush. And it looks like we are going to have that age up coming in, dropping down a council hall. So he knows the good landmark. That's the good landmark. Nice and early. We'll check in with our star of the show. And in my opinion, this is who I've got my money on. I know a lot of you guys came into this and you're like, I think Barnaby's going to win. But in Australia, we've got a politician. His name is Barnaby Joyce. And I'll be honest with you, I absolutely detest the guy. Cannot stand him. I don't like to get into politics too much when it comes to my own, you know, when it comes to YouTube and all that. But I'll be honest with you guys, cannot stand the guy. And I'm just going to imagine that that's Barnaby Joyce that's over there playing there. Because I tell you what, when it comes to his gameplay, it's very similar to his politics. But, Mosque going to be going down now for Calamari, aka Death Marks. And I gotta say, I like his name. It's very, very cute. Like Death Mark. If you ever played League of Legends, like Death Mark Zed, it's his ultimate. Death Marks. Like maybe his name is probably Marks. I wouldn't be surprised. Maybe he's French. Maybe he's French. Scout going to be doing a little bit of scouting out. He does actually spot the mill out from his opponent. And, I mean, we're entering into I would say we're entering into a lull phase. But to be honest, I've got a feeling this game might be the majority of which is a lull phase. A little bit of long-distance mining out here as well. So one of the things I'm noticing at these sort of lower levels is the prevalence of long-distance mining. Now, there's other things as well. Like, obviously, you know, Marks had idle villages until 50 seconds. You probably want to fix that up. You don't want to be opening the game with the 50 seconds of idle villager time. You know, if you can minimize that down towards, you know, 20 seconds, even 10 seconds as a possibility, that's going to be a good option for you. But he's going to continue chasing his opponent. Looks like he's managed to get quite a few scouts out on the map as well. Marks already with the triple scout opening. So not something that you see a lot of. But now it looks like this mining camp going to be getting in some work as well. So we don't really seem to have an age up in sight yet. Not a lot of villager production happening for Deathmarks as well. But underneath the English town center as well. Oh, is he going to be able to get it out? It looks like the scout manages to survive with 2 health. Well played over to Deathmarks. It looks like the betting odds have now shifted in favor. A lot of people now putting their money on Deathmarks, I would assume, after he manages to get that scout out with barely a slither of health left. This guy is absolutely doing work. Now, keep in mind, this map is Nagari. Now, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but there is water on this map. And one of the things that you can do when there's water on the map is make fishing boats. Now, it's always an option. You don't have to do it, but typically when you've got a lot of deep water fish out here, can I select them? 10 deep water fish. I mean, there's probably a fair bit more than that. There's 9. We'll call it 20. We'll call it 20 deep water fish. Deathmarks. Oh my lordy, research wheelbarrow. Deathmarks' research wheelbarrow. Now going for survival techniques, so taking advantage of those deli free techs. Already picks up the forestry upgrade as well. Deathmarks. Impressive stuff from him. Has gone for a Dark Age 2nd Scholar as well. Something that we don't commonly see. Barnaby reaching the Feudal Age now, 7 minutes 20. So Deathmarks got to be a little bit behind here. Needs to be careful. Needs to be cautious. As Barnaby is up in that 2nd Age. And you can see he's got plenty of resources in the bank. Might be looking at a potential fast castle here and has opted towards a mining camp on the gold mine. Now, I will note it's a little bit far away, but you know what they say, better close than never. So little bit of distance between these two. You can see right there. Ideally, you want to have those two snug right up against each other, right next to each other. But look, you know, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. Barnaby demonstrating that he is quite a strong character here in this situation. Still yet to make any units at this stage. He's got 3 villagers on the wood line. Going to be dropping down the lumber camp. So looking to pick up his first lumber camp. Taking out the straggler now. Going to be looking and going for the classic 1 villager per tree strategy. This is something that we do see quite often towards the higher level, higher end of the ladder. And one of the things of particular... One thing to note in particular is the way that he's sort of digging into the lumber camp or digging into the forest. So typically you don't see players do this. It's quite a high level advanced technique where players will actually avoid taking the closer trees to the resource drop-off point. And the idea behind that is you want to try and take away the unsafe resources first. So what's going to happen in this situation is ideally... so Barnaby's going to come in here. He's going to look to work his way throughout this entire forest, potentially take out the majority of the trees that are here. And then once he's finished with that, then ideally going to be looking to take these closer trees towards the front and then potentially come around to these trees at the back, just because they're going to be a lot safer, these trees down here. So we'll have to see how he plays it out and whether he looks to do that. But we'll check. Oh my god, Barnaby, you're disgusting. Oh, Barnaby, you've been watching salami games, haven't you, friend? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Deathmarks. He's a little bit behind at this point in time. He's got villagers in the queue. Sitting at the moment on 15 villagers. 7 military units? 7 military units? Oh, you're making scholars. Oh, you got some scholars out. What are you doing with the scholars? Deathmark. What are you going to do with the scholars? These are Age 1 scholars. I don't think I've ever seen these guys. So he's not putting them inside the mosque. Oh, he is. Oh, he is. Oh. So he's got them inside the mosque. Now, he's also got other military units. So that's 4 there. And then I guess he's got the 3 scouts. So there is military units. I mean, the difficult spot for him is that he doesn't know it, but he's actually going to get walled in. Barnaby walling very hard, very heavily. I mean, at this point in time, Barnaby definitely looking like the favorite. You know, a lot of people would be looking at Barnaby and saying, I can't believe this guy's ranked 35,893. Is that right? 893? Looks like an 8 to me. 35,893. He looks like at least like an 84, like a 34,000 level player. Like, you're not expecting to see this guy down at 35k. 34k, maybe, but 35k, it just seems like it's a little bit crazy. Like, house positioning, obviously, it's on par with where you'd expect 36k to be, 35k-ish. Definitely with regard to the mining camp, that's good. But, I mean, the build order's been quality so far. A lot of villagers in the queue here. He's coming out mining camp once again. Going to be doing that same thing. So, remember kids, there is a gap here. Okay, so ideally, you want to try and get these as close as possible. Avoid that gap where possible. All right. That is my hot tip to you. Yet to see any longbows out just yet. Stone wall is up. Interestingly, it is somewhat of a stone wall to nowhere. It is interesting, Barnaby. I'll say that much. For anybody watching along at home, wondering why I'm finding. There we go. Now we're talking Barnaby. All right, Barnaby has got his finger up on the trackpad. He's extended it out a little bit further, it seems. Now going to be going all the way to here. Obviously, there's a little bit of a problem. But don't worry, he'll get to it. He'll get to it. It's a matter of time. And that's the thing. When it comes to... Oh, no, Barnaby. Oh, Barnaby. This is not good. Barnaby, you need that villager, Barnaby. Doesn't know about it. Oh, whoa! Oh, my lord! He turns around. He's actually going to fight the wolf. Oh, he's going to take it out. This was not something I expected. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't think this started coming into around like 32k, 31k rating or ranking or you know, it was... That is impressive to witness. He does actually move it out. Going to be looking to get up that... I mean, at this point, I'm starting to get worried. Barnaby looking very, very strong. I bet all my Drongo berries on his opponent. Barnaby now going for the blacksmith. Dropping down market as well. Trying to balance out that economy. A lot of villagers up on stone here towards the front line. And so for anybody wondering here, you know, what exactly could Barnaby be doing better? What could he be doing differently? There's a couple of things. Walls like this are kind of crazy. Do they achieve much? Yeah, they do. But it can be really hard to get these up, especially if your opponent is competent. Now, not to say that the Deathmarks isn't competent. He's very competent. He's getting up his Tower of Victory. Oh, it makes me so proud, dude. Tower of Victory. You know, they actually say, I've heard rumors of this, it's impossible to lose with the Tower of Victory. That's why it's called the Tower of Victory. But I'm sure Deathmark will find a way. Deathmark role-playing right now as the Holy Roman Empire, failing to realize that his scholar doesn't actually inspire. But he has got it positioned perfectly, because if it did inspire, it would be doing a great job there. You can see it's got 7 villagers in here. So he's trying his best. Unfortunately, not going to have a lot of success with regard to that one. But long-distance mining still doing quite well here. And I think he's actually got... That might be a 3-tile gap right there. 1, 2, 3? Potentially? Because it's a diagonal? I'm pretty sure. I wish we could see the grid here. I don't think we're going to be able to. But, yeah, that's quite a gap that he's got. Because that's 1. It might be 2. Impressive. The 2-for-1 sale. It's always a good sale. You never really want to miss out. A lot of infrastructure now going to be coming down here next to this Tower of Victory. So things are looking up at the moment for Deathmarks. My main concern for him is that his enemy has got quite a large stone wall beginning to build up on this front. And I don't know how he's going to react to it because, oh no, the stone wall is coming all the way across. Now, hopefully Deathmarks knows what the counterplay is to this. So, you got a couple of options when you look at counterplaying stone walls. Battering ramps, great option. Trebuchet is another good option. Siege tower, not the best, but a little bit of a curious decision now coming out for Barnaby. He's gone for the ultimate 2-for-1. This enables the very efficient collection of resources. So as you can see, he's going to be able to drop off resources here. And the main thing is that you're going to be having overall, like, just a lot of success in this area because villagers do come around from this angle. They come around from that angle. It's going to have a little bit more of a streamlined view in here. What are we even creating here? I've got absolutely no clue. Let's get that off the screen. But yeah, this is just good stuff. Like, to be honest, I would probably even go to the next step and say that you might want to add in your mining camp. Just for future reference, Barnaby, if you're watching this, go for like a mining camp like right here. And then that way you're taking advantage of the triple gold mine. Because here it's a little bit of a long distance walk towards this gold mine in particular. And you kind of want to avoid that. So yeah, ideally just keep that in mind. Down towards the south, it looks like Deathmark's going to be looking to do a bit of walling up himself here. Now going to be stone walling up. We hear that? Oh, no. Oh, no. That sound that you just heard, it's one of those sounds that, in my opinion, is the absolute worst sound in the game. And I wish I could turn it off. I have nightmares about this sound. I don't know, it's just a combination of the way it sounds. Let's get in there nice and deep. I want to see if we can get that really loud for you guys. Here we go. Get ready. Oh, man. It is literally like nails on a chalkboard to me. I can't stand it. I cannot stand it. Oh, gosh. Starzan coming in saying, are we really watching the two worst players? Mate, these guys aren't the two worst players. Oh, you can clearly see there's like 100 rank between them. These are like, you know, at least 100 rank difference between these guys. So, no. Might be like two of the lowest 100 rank players, sure. But not two of the worst. So, counter wall's going to be coming up. It looks like the wolf does get taken down. Villagers do a great job there. Scholar manages to stay alive. 12 idle villagers at the moment. And we've got ourselves our first little bit of interaction in the game. Coming out on the field here, Barnaby looking to drop down a stone wall tower, and you can see it's actually getting sieged down by a scout. Now behind this, Barnaby is definitely looking to save up towards that castle age. You can see he is doing a great job. Is that... No way. Oh, no way. No way. He's actually managed to do it. That's perfect. Not a single gap was had that day. Absolutely beautiful. I don't know what that was. I was trying to draw something. Didn't work out. But, yeah, I mean, Barnaby at this point... Oh, he's gone for the classic. This is a technique that was used very rarely in the 2010s. Has really come along in the 2020s. So what happens is, ideally, you've got your primary source of stone here. Once this gets exhausted, instead of building the second stone mine, where you might want to build it right here, you're just going to utilize that first stone mine, and it's going to make it a lot more efficient for you because this is 50 wood, right? And you got to think about, like, when it comes to 50 wood, it's quite expensive. So you're going to avoid spending that 50 wood and subsequently saving it, and then you do the long distance mining, and that's really the big brain move. 2 scouts now actually deciding to become fishing boats out on the open ocean. And curiously, I don't think we've ever seen quite a battle like this before, because I believe he has backed Baby into the corner, but he's actually going to be losing? Do we potentially see both of these scouts going down? I'm not even going to bother checking the health. We're just going to watch and witness. I've got a feeling both scouts will be going down on the next tick. What the fuck is this game, bro? What is going on? This is packed full of action, ladies and gentlemen. We have got quite the game on our hands today now as Barnaby begins heading towards the center of the map and looking to wall up so that there will be no scouts that die in vain. You will not LARP as a fishing boat, my scout enemy. You will not. Oh, God. I can't believe that happened. That was beautiful. I can't believe that they both managed to right-click the enemy units in such a way that they would both die at the same time. Like, how are both of them paying attention at the same area of the map at the same time? It just... Oh, we've got the next level strategies coming in here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 21st century. My name is Drongo, and I'm going to be your guide to how we get to the future, because this is exactly it. So if you are wondering about how to make money, you do not have to wonder any further. This is it. This is the next level of making money in Age of Empires 4. So a little bit of a hack here. Now, ideally, I didn't want to spread this too much Just typically because if you do this, you are going to be absolutely off the chain. So we can check right in right now and just watch this gold income just going through the roof right now. I'll switch it over to income per minute for you guys. You can see Barnaby just miles ahead of Deathmarks. Ideally, you probably want to ban this. If you're a tournament host, if you're out there, you know, casting games and hosting, you know, paying players to cast games, you want to be banning this mechanic because it is quite overpowered. You can see just how quick back and forth these two, or these four camels just continue. Camels, horses, ponies, whatever, stallions, traders. We'll just go with traders. It is ludicrous how much money is coming out here. Like at this point, I'm feeling like we need to kind of like get some dust like going here. Like I want them like role playing as like Formula 1 cars or something, because they're just making so much cash. Like, holla holla get dollar right there, baby. It is beautiful stuff. Trade post, obviously. Is he getting 0 gold for that? Is he getting 0 gold for that? He's getting 0 gold for that. He's not even getting 1 gold. He's literally getting 0, dude. Oh my god. He's actually getting no gold, dude. Oh, gosh. All right. So for anybody watching this at home and you know, wondering, like, what is going on, all right, let me just explain it. The way that it works, okay, when it comes to your trading routes, ideally the way you want to do it is try and have the longest trade route as possible. So if you look at the mini-map, like, what would be the best or the longest trade route? It would be from here over towards here. Okay, it'll be a market over there. But it's just not possible because your enemy's over there. So ideally, you want to be putting your markets down here and your trading post is up here. So you would be walking that long distance and be looking to come down all the way down here, you know, walk all the way up here and then trade in and drop off your gold. And so the actual way that it works, as far as I'm aware, is for every 4 steps that you go, it doubles in income, or it might be every 2 steps you go, it quadruples. I'm not sure exactly, but I assure you it is the most efficient way to make it as long as possible. Ideally, you want to avoid having a short trade route like this, because as you can see, it's not the fastest, or it's not the best. Town Center now getting some additional flowers around it. You know, when you start up a game, I don't know if you guys have done this, when you go into skirmish mode and you immediately just change it, you're like, you know, Dark Age, nope, Feudal Age, nope, Castle Age, nope, Imperial Age, rather, and you put it and you select it, your town center looks like this. And you never see this in game, because normally you would have like a house here, a barracks here, farms all over here with a mill. You might have like your lumber camp down here, have a couple more houses, maybe some more farms along here. You don't see this stuff. And so it feels kind of weird seeing a town center like this. But we'll check in on the second landmark. It looks like Barnaby puts the castle on the hill, takes a note out of Ed Sheeran's book, and he's just doing the classic rally the villagers to the castle trick. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this trick, this is quite a potent trick, especially when you start reaching those upper 20k numbers. But, or I suspect we might have ourselves a little bit of a fast Imperial coming out, ladies and gentlemen. I see up towards the north town center. Gonna be going down, getting dropped down, but it's gonna be a race against time. The mighty infantry's getting in on the villager. It doesn't look like it's gonna be too long for this world. What's gonna go up first? Is it gonna be the town center? Is it gonna be the wolf taking out the villager? Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the villager probably gonna be losing its life. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. The wolf taking control of the town center, finding itself somewhere new to live. And unfortunately, Barnaby now not looking to be the hot favorite. Going to be doing a bit of long distance mining in the middle here. We talked about this earlier. A single archery range. It does look like we might have the landmark going up. It's going to be the Berkshire Palace. Sorry. The Berkshire Palace. Coming up right now. Down towards the south side of the map. On the opposite side of the map, though, Deathmark has decided to go up with the compound of the defender. And you can see both of these players beelining towards the Imperial Age. Oh, my lord. Ladies and gentlemen, you are in for a real treat. I've got something special for you today. I have got something special for you today. We've got ourselves another close range market and trading post. It is just This is impressive stuff. Now, keep in mind, you're not getting the same great return that you could be getting. You know, you're only getting 3 gold. Did he not get any gold for that? Okay, 3. He's getting 3 gold. So, you know, this is more like your mid-range market or your mid-range trading post. Like, you would typically go for this on a map that was a little bit shorter, a little bit closed off. But you know, it's good to see that it's coming out today. We'll head back into the game. Scout, or rather, Scholar, going to be chased down by that biting wolf. Not going to have a lot of luck, though. I suspect it's probably going to be going onto the town center. He's doing a great job to actually pick up the relics, so compliments going to him. And take a look what we've got down here, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Sacred Site potential victory coming up here. Now, he has walled off the Sacred Site completely with stone walls. He is yet to take the Sacred Site, but when he does, he is going to be absolutely in prime position, and he's going to be perfectly fine. Now, up towards the north of the map, we've still got the battle of the century unfolding. If you've ever wondered, you know, what beats an outpost with a few arrows, it's a springald. It's a springald. It's a single springald in the tower. You can see it's slowly but steadily going down. I can't believe these guys are doing this. Second outpost is going to be coming up here as well. We'll tune in with Barnaby. We'll see where he's at. So he's obviously walled this off completely. Now managed to wall off the other side. And look at the beautiful walls coming out here from Barnaby. I got to give him a compliment on that. Barnaby, mate, if you're watching this, 10 out of 10 on the walls. Look at those beautiful outposts or those beautiful towers that you got there, those stonewall towers. You are looking like you are coming like fresh off. Wait a minute. Did he cancel? No, it is still the Berkshire Palace. So still we've got Berkshire Palace going up with 1 villager. Up towards the north. It looks like the town center is going to get up. Town center does manage to get up. Villager does not go down. Wolf going to be able to take it out. But beautiful town center placement up here. Actually doesn't go for the 2-for-1. Decides to stick it out for the 1-for-1. The stone outcropping managing to get a dedicated mining camp here on this northern position. Something that you don't see a lot in these kind of games. Typically in the high level games like in the lower level games like this, you're going to get your 2-for-1s, you're going to get your 3-for-1s, you're going to get the long distance mining coming in. And Barnaby obviously looking for only a 2-for-1 down here. Manages to find out some good mining positions though. And I will compliment him on the variety that he's got here. So one of the things that a lot of people will not do is resource diversification. Now, you might be wondering, Drongo, what the heck is resource diversification? So have you ever been in a position where you've had 25 villagers on the same berry patch and they've all been gathering from, like, you've had 8 on this bush, 8 on this bush, 8 on this bush, and they all run out at the same time? Well, what? Oh, wrong button right there. Resource diversification is where you would actually take it and you would take 8 of your villagers from this bush and you would go and you'd put them up on the berry bushes up here, and then you'd take 8 from that bush and you'd go put them on the berry bushes over here. And you would move those around. So you would have 8 on each set of berry bushes, and that way you're diversified so that when one of those sockets or one of those positions runs out, it's going to be a little bit easier for you to transition into farms or transition them onto other resources. And so what we see is beautiful resource diversification coming in from Barnaby. So you can see he's out here on the first gold mine, doing a nice, he doesn't actually have the 2-for-1 in here, so that's great positioning there. He's got the other one that he was out on. He's only just come off that recently now, but also on the gold mine over towards this western position. Also down on this gold mine, down on the south side of the map as well. And I do suspect he may also potentially be on a gold mine near his base, but it does look like it has been all mined out, unfortunately. Back towards the northern front, we've got the Stonewall Tower now beginning to be built, but unfortunately those villagers... Oh my lord, what have we got from there? Was that a bombard? It was a trebuchet. Deathmark. You're looking dangerous out there, girl. Trebuchet going to be unfolding on these on the stone wall towers. This stone wall tower not going to be going up for sure. That is going to be a trebuchet definitely taking down. And I love the way that Deathmarks, despite being, you know, idle for 50 seconds at the beginning of the game, despite being in the first stage for like 10 minutes, 11 minutes, knows how to pick up relics. And he knows to put them back into the mosque. Like, There is definitely a level of competence that is here. I feel like it really just has to be harnessed. And now Deathmark's also going for the classic 2-wall combo. So it doesn't look to me like he's actually walled this off. And the reason why is because you see this part here, that's typically going to happen when you wall off like that. And so I suspect that this might still be open. But not only is that open, but there's also a gaping hole right here, which I don't think he's identified yet. Now, you might be looking at that and wondering, Drongo, how the hell is he going to do it? Oh my god, he worked it out. He worked it out. He worked it out. We're doing it live. He's literally worked it out live. So this is exactly what he wants to do. 3 trebuchets all unfolding at the same time. Let's see if we can track where they're going. They throw their boulders off. Looks like he's going to be going, taking out that stone wall tower. Hole is no longer gaping. Looks like that wall is slowly closing. Not going to be gaping anymore. Look at this beautiful, beautiful composition coming out from Deathmark. Just absolutely great stuff. Tower of Victory here as well. Now, Tower of Victory doesn't unfortunately buff up the counterweight trebuchet, but if it did, you would know that that bad boy is getting absolutely buffed up. He closes the hole. Gaping hole has now gone from gaping to minor. Minor now going to non-existent. Well played. Now, I don't know if he's going to be able to get these trebuchets back inside. We'll see if he finds a way. But, oh my god, he's putting a gate in. Dude, this guy is actually cracked. He knows what is going on here. He actually knows. Still yet to click up to the next stage. So not looking for an Imperial at this stage. I'm starting to feel that we may have a wonder victory on the cards here. I definitely feel like players don't seem particularly confident in their control of units. And they're subsequently going to be looking for other directions. Now, I suspect Barnaby's going to be in a great position for that. Obviously, the white tower out here in prime position. And by the same token, you know, resource diversification, all that good stuff. Oh my god, the trebuchet. Look at the range on that bad boy. How does he have line of sight over here? Oh, it's because of the outpost. Outpost line of sight isn't restricted by these walls. You would think that it is, right? Like, you would look at these walls and be like, that outpost. Dude. Can you guys turn on the subwoofers just quickly? Have a listen to this. Oh, yeah. The trees from Lord of the Rings. Oh, God. If that doesn't get you off in the morning, I don't know what does. Those bad boys just make the... Are they firing at the wall right in front of them? Oh, we got to check the arc on this. Hold on, have a look at the arc. All right, I'm gonna follow these two as they fire off their... I want to see if I can get to the top of the arc. I'm gonna go with right here. Oh, this is my one shot. Okay, here we go. Top of the arc. No! I didn't get it. Oh! They're gone. I think they're firing at new units. They're actually killing units. They killed a unit. When is Nilly's competition finishing? That's a good question, Fods. This is going to be the first game of Nilly's competition. As you can see, the competition is very fierce. Treb's looking very good right now, indeed. It'll be the 14th of March that Nilly's competition finishes. And I guess I will say that now to all you folks on YouTube who might still be here for this game, those who didn't fall asleep, those that didn't close the window at this point in the game. Make sure you check out N4C. N4C's happening right now. I'm in Germany right now. I'm on the ground. I'm casting games live. So I would encourage you guys, go check that out. I'm going to leave a link in the description because we got plenty more of this game to go, I suspect. As players continue fighting it out. Barnaby, on one hand, looking to go for some counterweight trebuchets. And we continue to see his wall getting sieged down. Barnaby looking weaker by the day. Do we dare check the scores at this point and see where these players are at? Barnaby with a big lead at this point. Oh, I don't know if I expected it. I mean, he's doing a lot of long distance mining. Like, you take a look at this. This is the kind of stuff that you expect to see out of Barnaby at this point. But at the same time, it's a little bit heartbreaking to see it. You just, you know, he went for the 2-for-1. You weren't really expecting to use this one. Like, it's not really a 2-for-1 here. But yeah, I mean, he's looking very potent right now. What did you just say to me? Did you hear that, guy? I think he was speaking German. He really gets angry when he gets under attack. I don't think that's English. I'm pretty sure that's German. But we'll check in with the houses along the edge of the map. It looks like the houses are continuing to grow, and I want to have a look and see on our star of the show what we've had going on. It looks like instead of going for the houses along the edge, he's instead gone for what I like to call the Favela Approach. And this is a classic approach that a lot of gamers will take when it comes to making their houses. And ideally, what they're going to be looking to do is turning everything into a favela. Beautiful construction. A little bit of long-distance mining coming in from death marks. It's rare to see it. Now, I'm going to be putting my legs up because we're entering into the Imperial Age here. And you guys know what that means. When you enter into the Imperial Age, there is the chance that you may actually get access or make a wonder. Now, I'm suspecting that in a game like this, we're going to have a wonder. We're probably going to have 2 wonders. We might even have 3 wonders. In fact, with so many trebuchets out, I wouldn't be surprised. We've got Treb versus Treb coming out right now. This could actually work. Hold on. Is he? Where's he moving the Trebs to? See you, mate. See you, mate. See you, mate. They missed. Oh, that one was a direct hit. This is actually like you sunk my battleship. Watch this. Like, they don't actually hit every single time. Look, it missed. Boom, baby. One trebuchet does go down. Death Marks manages to hit the spot. Elite crossbowman. You got to be careful there, buddy. You got to be careful there, buddy. He reins it in from downtown. It's a 3-pointer. Death Marks makes the shot. Going to be retreating back behind the stone walls because obviously now that he's in the Imperial Age, still yet to capture this sacred site as well, unfortunately. I'm sure he will get there eventually. But when he does, his gold income going to be increased significantly. Speaking of gold income, you can see Barnaby just rocketing ahead there. Barnaby, a notorious player when it comes to gold income. Obviously, diversifying very well here. You can see multiple control of mines, long-distance mining. It's gone for the classic dock. So this is something that happens quite a lot in Age of Empires 4. And I'm going to call it out right here. It's where you make a dock like that, and it just doesn't make. Just doesn't do it. It's a ghost dock. The ghost dock sits there and it waits for its time to strike. And until then, your village is just going to do what it does best. It's going to collect fish. It's just going to slowly collect fish. Ever so slowly. But yeah, this happens a fair bit. Looks like he actually did manage to get a real dock down on the south side though. And does actually get some fishing boats up. Now, I guess, like, one of the things I often think about is, like, all right, Drongo, if, like, let's pretend that, like, Barnaby is your friend. Actually, no, you know what? Let's not pretend Barnaby's my friend. We don't like Barnaby. We like Death Marks. Death Marks is my friend, and he called me up, and he's like, yo, Drongo, I'm just playing some games. If you want to come over, that's cool. I'll be playing games, so you just, you know, let yourself in, grab some food on the way in, and yeah, we'll catch a game. And anyway, I come into Death Marks' room, and he's sitting down, he's playing. I'm like, yo, what up, Death Marks? He's like, yo, man, what's up? I'm just playing this crazy game. You should see it, man. I had some mad fucking trebuchets out earlier, bro. I took out this dude's trebuchet with my own trebuchets. It was sick. I'll be like, all right, Death Marks, that is sick. And he'll be like, all right, Drongo, what should I do next? What should I do next? Like, what's my next? How do I win this game? And I'd say, all right, Death Marks, let's sit down and let's think about how you should win this game. What do you want to do here? All right, I'm going to go with... Let's do a quick assessment. Let's see what you got. You got 52 villagers, 31 military. All right, you got a lot of wood in the bank. Do you have a market? Have you got a market? You got a market. Okay, just buy a whole bunch of stone for me. All right, great. You're going to buy stone. Buy like 900 stone. 900? That's a lot of stone. Yep, buy up that stone. Wonderful. Okay, just place down 3 town centers. I don't mind where they are. You just put them anywhere. And now you're just going to start making a whole bunch of villages, okay? And with your starting town center, just queue up a whole bunch of villages as well. All right, on it. Okay, now what I want you to also do is just make a whole bunch of barracks. So you can see, like, right now, you've got 2 barracks, 2 archery range, 2 stable, and a siege workshop. So I want you to make like, just make like 10 barracks. 10 barracks! Yep, 10 barracks. Okay. All right, good job. And then, so now what I want you to do is start getting your upgrades as well. So I want you to go through. I want you to get your elite upgrades. Oh, you're already doing it. Wonderful stuff, man. I think they might be queued up in the same barracks. So maybe queue them up in different barracks because it's going to take a while for them to come through. Make sure you look to get your other upgrades. There you go. Now we're cooking with gas. Like, that's where I would be saying for our, you know, for death marks right now. That's what I'm thinking for the big boy. But we'll see how he goes. We'll see how he plays it out. Looks like 2 layers of walls up towards this northern pond going to be very successful in preventing him from pushing through. And at this point, you really got to be wondering what Deathmarks is up to IRL. He's actually looking to pick up the precision crossbreeding. Now, it's going to be quite some time before that actually comes through. Doesn't unfortunately have a lot of research speed in there. So we'll see how he plays it out. Also, looks like he might be picking up his mining camp upgrades as well. Still going to be doing lots of trading. You love to see it. You can see that gold income's just going absolutely crazy right now for Deathmarks. Obviously, a lot of it is being contributed from the gold that's being generated here. And it is just absolutely ludicrous at this point about, you know, how many units we are seeing out. But we'll check over on the other side of the map. Barnaby, Joyce, I'm going to be trying to... I mean, he's still racing hard over here. He's going ham. Still zero. He's actually getting... Oh, he's got enclosures. Oh, this could be really big for him. He's sitting on 8,000 gold right now. I mean, it's kind of wild when you think about it. He's just been a gold mining machine this game. Forward keep coming in for Barnaby. A little bit of a wall coming through here as well. Barnaby looking to try and take control of the gold mines, it seems. Got a little goblin on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Doing God's work over here. 88 villages for Barnaby as well. Impressive stuff, honestly. The fact that he has made 88 villages, I am genuinely impressed. Now, obviously, he's been a little bit slow to get there, but that's okay. The fact that he's made them, though, I think that's the big thing, right? That's really the big thing. About to hit that, about to crack that 10,000 gold threshold. Enclosures, just going for the classic 2 farms on the mill. I don't think we need to see any other. University. Oh, he's getting the university text. Look at this. Elite army tactics coming through. What have we got in the way of units? We've got knights. No elite knights just yet, but they do have their biology. A lot of upgrades for the mangoes as well. I mean, at this point in the game... Oh, he's got the second TC. That's how he's able to get up those extra villages. It all makes sense now. Couple of idols up towards the north. Neither player yet to take a sacred site yet. So keep in mind, there are these sacred sites. Relics here as well to be taken. None taken at this stage. Has managed to connect the walls. So the wall's finally been connected. Now, this is something that we talked about earlier that, you know, he could have connected them right here, but just opted to wall up and around. Oh, I see. I think I see why that is. Oh, no, never mind. No, he was just being cautious, I think. Just being cautious. Didn't want to get that walled out. But, yeah, Deathmark looking strong right now. Sitting on 83 military, or 83 population at the moment. A few idols in here. But you can definitely see he's working towards that wonder, I would suspect. You know, he's got about 15,000 resources in the bank. 86 population at this point. And, yeah, I mean, he's looking pretty happy. Now, it doesn't seem like we've had a player go AFK at this point. In fact, we're going to tune in live. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to tune in live with Deathmarks. We're going to ride along with Deathmarks and see exactly what is inside the mind of the man himself. All right, Deathmarks now going to be looking at... I mean, this is great. I just sit back here. I'm just watching. We are beginning to watch this unfold. You can now see he's moving trebuchets down towards the south. Going to be deploying those trebuchets out. Huge APM on this guy. Probably cracking about double digits now. Up towards that 11, 12 mark potentially. Yeah, beautiful economy out for him already. Going to be adding in what appear to be a 9th farm to that mill. And nice little bit of long distance mining up on the screen there. We do observe. But we'll check in now with Barnaby. We'll see how he's doing. We'll turn off the free camera. Barnaby, where you at, brother? He's over on this side. We'll turn on the free camera. We'll ride along. Ladies and gentlemen, 44 minutes into the game. Barnaby has decided that a dock in the middle is the appropriate choice here. I do believe this might be a trackpad user. I've got a feeling we are witnessing a trackpad user. Barnaby may be using a trackpad. You can see the way... Is Barnaby map hacking? Why are you looking at his base for, Barnaby? All right, we don't have enough. We don't have enough evidence. We can't call it one way. We can't call it the other. You know, I'm gonna be honest. It was a little bit sus in the early game when he got that counter trebuchet out to kill the enemy trebuchets. I was gonna call it at that point. But look, I think we don't have enough evidence at this stage to call map hacks or not for Barnaby. So we'll let it slide at the moment. But I've got to say, I do enjoy the way that, ladies and gentlemen, your first wonder has arrived. I do love the way that Barnaby... So he builds everything with one villager. The first landmark, the second landmark, the third landmark. The town center was with one villager. Is the wonder going to be with one villager as well? Now, I do... One of the things that I admire is that Barnaby was sort of scoping out a location for this wonder for quite some time. I think he's been thinking about this for probably a couple of minutes. He was looking at his own base. He was looking at his enemy's base. He came up to the north here, had a nice little look over towards the west. And now it looks like he is going to be adding in that wonder over towards the west. So hopefully Barnaby going to be showing us some potential at what that wonder is. And look at this beautiful farm's going to be coming up right now, villager by villager. Here we go, watching these villagers enter the farm. Beautiful APM coming out right now from Barnaby. Look at it crack those double digits, absolutely skyrocketing through it rather. We've got our fourth farm going down within the 30 seconds. That's the fifth farm in 30 seconds right there, ladies and gentlemen. We are over double digits for sure. Barnaby track padding back up towards the middle. He is doing absolutely amazing. And now going to be looking to train up a fishing boat. So obviously diversifying that food income. Now, one of the things to note, we indeed do have one single villager building the Cathedral of St. Thomas. You wouldn't have it any other way, would you? I mean, Barnaby is just that kind of guy. As I said, you know, a villager on the Council Hall, a villager on the White Tower, a villager on the Berkshire Palace. We've got a single villager coming down on the the Cathedral of St. Thomas. It is exactly what you would expect Barnaby to do. I mean, it's going to take some time. We can literally count this bad boy going up. 135, 136, 137, 138, 139. It is going to take some time for this bad boy to go up. So, look, we're gonna tune in later. I'm gonna call you guys up. I'm gonna let you know when there is a little bit of action, because we can do a bit of a sleep break right now. So you guys go to sleep. I'll wake you up in 30 minutes, 40 minutes, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. When do you reckon this landmark's gonna be done? I'm going with like it'll be done at. I reckon like in another 4 minutes. Actually, we can probably see how long it takes to build. It takes 10 minutes to build. So with one villager, it takes 10 minutes to build this landmark. So it's going to be quite some time. Trebuchet's now down towards the south. Barnaby under significant stress here. You can see those catapults, or those trebuchets just firing off and destroying that Stonewall Tower. Not going to be too long for this world as it continues oppressing the enemy units. He's got to be careful not to lose that trebuchet, though. Down to 76 health. It does indeed take out that Stonewall Tower without too much of an issue. We're here at the top of the map. Mangonel going to be firing off as well. Barnaby under significant threat here. The outpost firing off. Of course, we've got ourselves a nice little gap that is that's been built here. I think that might be a 2 tile. No, just going to be the 1 tile. Oh my lord. Why is he ringing his bell so much? It reminds me of that song. Ring my bell, ring my bell. We've got a Zebek coming out. This could actually mean quite a lot of business. I mean, it comes in here, it cleans up the dock. Cleans up this, definitely. Still no Elite Knights coming out yet for Barnaby. A little bit concerned with his direction there. Barnaby, a lot of resources in the bank at this point in time. A little bit of an update for all you fellas playing along at home. 2,600 health on the Cathedral of St. Thomas. So still about, yeah, not even past halfway yet. We've got to get to 3,250. And, yeah, we're not looking pretty at this point. I'm going to tune back in with Death because I got a feeling he might be looking towards that, that landmark, or towards that Wonder himself. Village is actually getting taken down on the front. I can suspect only by the Stonewall Tower. It's not pretty right now. I'm seeing that stone go up. I'm thinking we might actually see, because Death can see this, right? He knows. The Cathedral of St. Thomas is coming up. It is coming up 100%. It's something that he's going to have to deal with. He's going to have to march these trebuchets over there, kill his enemy. And it looks like he's looking to contest the gold mine that no longer exists. So this is part of the reason why you want to be taking away those resources. You know, earlier in the game, we did talk about this, the fact that ideally you would want to be looking to take out the resources that were out here, and the resources that were towards the front, like these groups of trees, you will want to avoid chopping these until later. So that was typically it, and we can see that he's now doing that, and it's really starting to pay off, because it means that, you know, these gold mines have been taken. There's going to be no way that he's able to get in here and take these gold mines. It's going to be like the primary factor in this game, in my opinion, because you can see Deathmarks, he's only got 8,900 gold in the bank. And ideally at this point in the game, I mean, you're probably wanting close to 15,000. And the more you're able to get out onto the map, the more you're able to potentially contest these gold mines, the easier it's going to be for you to have victory. But it's just, you know, when it comes to this game, I mean, you can really see the difference between these two players. Looks like up towards the north, we've still got a little bit of a... Is this a 2-for-1? Would you call this a 2-for-1? I mean, you got the mining camp placed on the initial gold mine. I don't think this is a 2-for-1, because that one was right there. Yeah, there's no way. Oh, might have been one while... Yeah, we'll call it a 2-for-1. I'll give it to you. Oh. I hear some buying or selling. What's going on? Market selling. It looks like we're selling food? I think he's selling food. Looks like a food sale is going on here. He has actually picked up what appears to be an additional trader in the mix, and it does actually seem to be dropping off 1 gold. He was dropping off 0 gold before, but now it looks like he might be dropping off 1 gold. I'm not sure how he's doing it. I'm seeing the 1 gold. Let's see if it goes up. Yeah, it's definitely going up. He's getting 1 gold out of that. That is an improvement. So he's gone from 0 to 1 gold. So not bad for the fella. Death marks on the other side of the map. Doesn't look like he's gone for a wonder just yet, but I can smell it. I know he's got it in him. We'll do a quick update and see how our wonder's going over on the left side of the map. Still just that single villager wonder coming up. Barnaby doing what he does best, tapping away with that 1 villager. He's lucky as there's no wolves out here. If there was a wolf out here, just even a single wolf, it would probably have taken out 46 villagers by now. I can almost guarantee you it would have. Plate cutter point now coming through. It's +3. Now the real siege beginning to happen. I mean, Deathmark's just having a tough time breaking through all this siege on the front line. Mangonel just firing off, getting a great time. Isn't that beautiful? Oh god, it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love it. It's just like, it's the definition of Tokyo. It's profit all over. Yeah, that's Wall Street right there. Oh my lord, he's got flaming arrows. Look at that. 7 tiles of range on those bad boys. I'm going to be reaching towards my Dr. Pepper. This isn't a sponsored stream, I promise you guys. We're now entering into our 54th minute. Oh my lord, we almost just got taken out. Cameraman, you got to watch out for that, fellas. By the Trebuchet. Trebuchet slowly but steadily getting taken out. Do we have the unique English upgrade yet for our Trebuchets? We do. We do have it. So we do have counterweight projectiles. Counterweight projectiles? No, shattering projectiles. How do you even choose a thumbnail for this one? The 1 villager wonder or the trade? Yeah, I think it's got to be the trade, right? Like, the trade is just so iconic. This is just like, I mean, this is beauty in a single picture. This says so much about the game. I mean, here you've got greed because he's going for this big trade. You've got like gluttonous as well. Envy. You've got in there, like, you've just got all those big sins that are really coming into it. And when you add it up to it, it means like the 0 gold on top of it. It just makes all the difference, really. Looks like a third farm has been added out here. I love that it is literally one villager that has been building this landmark or this wonder for 10 minutes. A single villager builds this wonder. Big Kaiser Klein coming in with a party of 107. Fellas, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're watching some Age of Empires 4, but we are watching quite the game. Currently, a single villager builds a wonder. If you're unfamiliar with what a wonder does, a wonder gives you a win condition to win the game. It takes 10 minutes to build this bad boy. But if you do build it, and it looks like this single villager will have completed the wonder, it's going to be 15 minutes, and then he will have won the game if he manages to keep it alive. So we're currently sitting at minute 55 through this game. It looks like this single villager that could, you know, we talk about the little, what was it, the train that could? Now we've got the little villager, the little engine that could. I think I can. You guys know that, right? It's from my childhood, so you guys know it, of course. Villager going to be able to get that one up, though. Manages to do it. It's been 10 long minutes, 10 hard minutes of slugging away. And indeed, the wonder is now time to be defended. It is time, ladies and gentlemen. Get your clocks out. We have got it up. Wonder tracker. You can see it up there in the top left-hand corner. We're going to be tracking it all day. Let's see if Death Marks can actually be provoked out of his base, or whether he's going to just be happy behind his walls, whether he potentially looks to go for a wonder himself. He's got plenty of resources stacked up there. You say that we followed this villager? I mean, he's got 13 idols. It's going to be a while. It could be a real while. Just units absolutely ever. I like the way that he went for a Zebek and then he never moved it. He just said, Zebek, you come out over here, and then you just stay there. Cannon actually coming out. Cannon in placement. Coming out on the outpost. And we've got ourselves a battle. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the very first battle of the game. Heading out in the middle of the map here. We've got a couple of crossbows beginning to face off against the archers on top of the wall. Now, keep in mind, these archers do not have their upgrades. Unfortunately, it looks like we're just going to have what appear to be standard archers just trying to fight up against these elite crossbowmen. Not a lot of luck, because these elite crossbowmen are actually under pressure as the trebuchets fire down upon them. And now continue to fire down. You can see those big, beautiful boulders coming in behind them. And unfortunately, the harpoons or the ballistas from those outposts are going to be doing so much work. You can see him trying his best to siege these down ever so slowly. Just got the flaming arrows. And unfortunately, the trebuchet just doing absolute work. You can see the flamboyant pants coming out now of the elite crossbowmen. And unfortunately, all of them do go down. And we witness a true massacre. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. What game are you watching? This is currently the N4C finals. So we've got Barnaby, who spawned over in the west side, also known as the best side, going up against Death Marks. So this is N4C finals game number 1. No, not really. Not really. But if you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you do check out N4C. I mean, it's going to be live right now. I'm going to be over there casting. A lot of you guys probably wondering where that villager went. Good news is, he actually went up to build a wall, and he's not the only villager. You know, often that villager thought he was the only one going to be building walls, the only villager doing anything. But it turns out he wasn't. Turns out he wasn't. This is still more interesting than a top 10 Rus mirror on Boulder Bay. Unironically, it is Fitz. That's the wild thing, dude. Like, I don't even want to tell you about what I would rather do than watch a Rus mirror on Boulder Bay. But this is definitely, like, this is in there. I mean, you know what? Everything is in there. If I wrote a list of things that I would rather do than watch a Rus mirror on Boulder Bay, that list of things would be infinite. Like, unironically, it would be infinite. Beautiful walls now going to be coming in for Barnaby. It looks like he's going for the triple layer of walls. This is a classic strategy that we do see players look to achieve in the late game. Actually going to be going for the double-sided outpost as well. Double-sided wall tower. Wall tower, stone wall tower. We do see this one coming out a fair bit here. So essentially it's going to mean that if units look to get on one side of him, they are going to be under under significant harassment from this angle. If any units do try and come down around this side as well, also going to be under significant stress. So it basically just means that, you know, any units that do look to come along this side or anywhere out here, going to be under a lot of stress. If units do try and go down the middle, though, that is quite a large middle. If any units do try and go down the middle, then typically what you're going to see is units from the walls look to come down upon them like that. What are we even drawing right now? I'm just going to have to get that off the screen, ladies and gentlemen. That is awkward. Barnaby, now we can see him. He's actually doing quite a bit of trading behind the scenes. Wonder Victory now approaching 10 minutes. We've just made it through the 11-minute mark. He's got the Great Wall of Barnaby coming through here. Doesn't actually look like... Oh, you know what? He has gone to the wall. That is a beautiful wall right there. Barnaby doing a great job demonstrating his prowess when it comes to walling abilities. He's going to make Corix proud. Now, Deathmarks has got to start making moves. You've got to start making mogul moves at this point, Deathmarks. You're sitting on 132 population. You got your 9 farms out. You got a couple trebuchets down the south. I feel like he's gonna go for a wonder. I can feel it, dude. I know that he's gonna do it. What is he doing right now? Okay, let's check. Holy shit, look at this. Oh, damn. Deathmark's actually making moves right now. We've got men-at-arms. We've got Tower War Elephants. We've got a whole bunch of upgrades coming out as well. Look at this. He's making moves, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Woo. Let's find this stable. This single stable has got 4... The single stable has got elite lancers, followed by elite horsemen, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 war elephants, and 5 lancers. Oh my... Oh shit, here we go again, indeed. Oh my god. Oh, he's got a good army though. I tell you what, that's not bad. Alright, fellas, if you're watching this on YouTube and you're a Delhi player, or in fact, if you play any civilization, when you get to this point in the late game, what you need to be doing is you need to start making infrastructure out the wazoo. Remember that is what I said, alright? Remember that. You're gonna say, right, I'm in the late game. What did Drongo say to do? Infrastructure out the wazoo. I'm talking like, you think 10 barracks is enough? No. 20 barracks? No. I'm talking 30 barracks, bro. I'm talking 20 archery ranges. I'm talking 30 stables. You need to be getting, like, these are rookie numbers. If you've got any less than 30 in the late game, rookie numbers. Get them out there, put them all in the control group, and start queuing up those units. Because if you've only got one stable with 1, 2, 3, 4, 11 war elephants and 5 knights and 23 minutes or 13 minutes worth of upgrades in them, it's going to take time. But now Deathmark's making moves on the front line, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like we've got some crossbow Tower War elephants going to be beginning to open up towards this central point. He's definitely making moves now. He has been angered by the presence of the Cathedral of St. Thomas. He's got 8 minutes to go before he has to really turn his attention towards it. The elephants begin to charge towards the Cathedral of St. Thomas. Now, there are elite knights down here, but God forbid they move in any direction other than idle, because that would mean that we would be in trouble, my friends. Down towards the south, it looks like the Zebek going to be moving into position as well, trying to get some shots off and actually doing a pretty decent job, except for the fact that it's probably going to die. Oh, it took it out! It took it out with the last remaining health that it had. Both of these guys die somewhat poetically. Look at the way that the tower just falls into the water, somewhat similar to 2 scouts that fell earlier into the water. How romantic. How romantic. These Bronze League boomers have boomed their way all the way to the Imperial Age, and now we see wonders coming down for not only one player, but do we see a potential second wonder coming down shortly? He's got enough resources in the bank to do it. If he wanted to, he could definitely do it. Looks like a couple of veteran archers on the front line aren't going to be enough to say no to it. Elite Knights now going to be able to clean up this mess. A little bit of a Delhi Scholar running out here as well. At the same time, the counterweight Trebuchet getting out into the mix. Elite Men-at-Arms coming through with their Tower of Victory upgrade. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a Tower of Victory upgrade here. And keep in mind, if you make the Tower of Victory, you cannot lose. That is literally why it's called the Tower of Victory. It's not called the Tower of Defeat. And if it was called the Tower of Defeat, you probably wouldn't make it, would you? Manages to hold these elite knights, or at least tries to. He needs to get these Tower War Elephants into it. We'll check and see how the stable's doing. Yep, still on that elite Lancers upgrade. Don't worry, we'll check back in a couple minutes. We'll see how it's doing. 6 minutes until that Wonder Victory. You can see those reinforcements actually coming out. I don't know if those are reinforcements or just units that are long distance fighting, I'm going to be honest. We'll check down towards the south. We'll see what's happening. It's another mass of units. This is a pretty decent mass coming out here. Let's have a look and let's see what he's got going. He's got nothing in the production queue at the moment. Nothing. It's literally like he's idle. Let's check. Let's see what he's doing. Is he actually idle? Oh, no, here we go. We're riding, ladies and gentlemen, we're currently riding on board with Barnaby. I feel like this is like the Formula 1, and you know where they go on board with the races? It's the exact same thing. I want to do like the commentator voice. Give me a second here. I'm trying to think of... Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Brundle here, and we are about to ride on board with our #1 player in pole position, Death Marquez. Let's see what he gets up to now as we watch him race around the course. He's at 6 APM currently. Still hasn't captured the sacred site. Death Marks, capture the sacred site, buddy. Come on, you're playing Delhi. Oh, jeez. Still yet to capture that sacred site. He was capturing relics, but he didn't capture the sacred site. It looks like this push up towards the north going to get shut down completely. All those trebuchets going down. Where did all the resources go for Death Marks? Okay, what do we got here? We got 5 men at arms. Ooh, a lot of crossbows beginning to come out. Elephant. War elephants. Still. Simlo asking, did he get the sacred site tech for the Delhi? Yes, I believe he did, Simlo. We'll double check. Yeah. He's picked up Sanctity. So he does have it. And look, you can even see he's got that movement speed bonus now. Still yet to capture the sacred site, though. Don't worry. This is a secret mogul move for the Delhi. All the villagers do manage to, unfortunately, go down. I love the cannon upgrades that he is getting here as well. Very smart moves. These guys have got long range. Trebuchet's getting mixed in as well. I mean, these guys know their level. Like, this is a very close game when it comes to these players. Death Marks, you're going to have to push, buddy. I mean, I don't like to say it. I don't like to be that guy, Death Marks, but there's currently 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the game ends. You may have to push out at some point today. And you have to try and stop the wonder. Okay. You're gonna do that? We'll check in with Barnaby. We'll see how Barnaby's doing. I mean, there is a little bit of a, you know, there is definitely a little bit of hope down here towards the south. 21 elite knights down in this southern position, though. 3 minutes until Wonder Victory, ladies and gentlemen. You hear the first gong go off. This could be it. Barnaby could be the victor right here. I mean, it's been a tough game for Death Marks. He has slugged it out completely. You know, trebuchet upon trebuchet upon trebuchet upon trebuchet. Bombards now coming out. All right, now you're exciting me, Death Marks. Let's get that push rolling because it's going to take some time before we get there. I mean, if we follow the road, okay? Let's say you manage to get through this wall. You're still going to have to make your way over here with very, very slow units. Still have to come all the way out over here. Make your way through all the enemy units. Make your way through that landmark. Probably you'll come down this hill because you wouldn't have thought that there'd be a possible way that you could get in over here. And then finally take out the Cathedral of St. Thomas. Absolutely wild. About to hear those gongs for the second time, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to sound us off. 2 minutes to go. There she is. 2 minutes to go. we're going to ride on board for the final minute for Death Marks and watch and see what he does at least one of the final minutes. And now it looks like we've got ourselves a death push, ladies and gentlemen. Has he left it till too late? Now, keep in mind, he's playing Delhi. He could always look to force march, try and get up there on the front lines, potentially take down that landmark or that wonder right on that front line by just sprinting past the enemy forces and getting in behind there. He's got a lot of units out today. And now it looks like we've got ourselves a bit of a push going to begin coming out here as the trebuchets begin firing on the back line. We're riding on board here with Death Marks as we begin to watch unfold the battle on the front line. Trebuchet is also going to be firing off from the shorelines, both inside the base and outside the base, going to be looking to compact towards that middle, and we can see just the huge amount of units that he's got. He's not too fussed. He's focusing down the deer. He doesn't care whether it's neutral. He doesn't care whether it's enemy. He'll kill it any day of the week. He doesn't care at all. Bombard getting in on the action as well. Plenty of siege coming out. A lot of bombards actually coming out for Death Marks at this point in time, and we are getting to see the man behind the mask. 3 minutes to go, ladies, rather, sorry, 1 minute to go, ladies and gentlemen. That is 3 gongs. 3 gongs. You know what that means? That means you've got 1 minute to make your way to the dance floor because they are calling the final names, and the final names look to be in favor of our opponent at this stage, Barnaby. Barnaby Joyce going to be doing his best to try and take this game by storm, and you can see now we have got a little bit of a concern because Death Marks is going to be doing a bit of a death march as he walks towards the base of his opponent. And now he realizes that he might have left the push a little bit too late, like an Olympic runner. He's coming around the corner, but not going to have enough length on him. He continues to try and push through this stealth forest, not having a lot of luck, unfortunately, as he wiggles his way through. We're down to 21 seconds on that wonder victory. He is trying his best. If he'd had another couple minutes, he would have been able to make it. Unfortunately, those bombards not going to have a lot of luck because they just sit idly by that gold mine and realize that mining camp is not going to be able to take this one out. 11 seconds remain. But the hopes of Barnaby, or rather his opponent, have been diminished completely. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed Low ELO Legends. Big shout out to our good friend T90, who looks after this or does this in Age of Empires 2. We obviously take after it. We've got Bronze League boomers, and that's what you've witnessed today. It has been a hell of a game, an incredibly tough one, but a very well-played one coming out there. So thank you very much for joining me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. And don't forget to check out N4C.